What's up, everybody? This is Josh here from Inside Wrestling Truth. It's Wednesday. It's that time of the week again for another SummerSlam review. Um, Today we're going to be doing 1995. Uh, as we know, the first 4 or 5 SummerSlams were really good, but the last few have been really bad. So let's get into this 1995 SummerSlam review. Um, Other than that, I would like to apologize because I haven't been making as many videos as I usually have. I actually broke down and finally got the WWE Network, and I've been just watching it the last few days nonstop, like a little kid. But yeah, let's get into this 1995 SummerSlam review. Um, SummerSlam 1995. It's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's Steel City. Um, we have Vince McMahon and Jerry the King Lawler opening up the show. Then we go straight to a promo about from Dean Douglas about teaching and how everybody in the WWF is basically dumb, and he was going to be teaching them. I hated how they did Shane Douglas with this gimmick. I didn't like it at all. Uh, there's been stories and shoot interviews and stuff like that where he was pretty much buried by the Clique. Actually seen that in a Bam Bam Bigelow shoot. But anyway, that don't matter what we're talking about here today. Then we go to our opening match. We have the 1-2-3 Kid versus Hakushi. Um, this was a good match to open up the show. Two martial artists. A really good wrestling match. I always liked Hakushi. Uh, Hakushi picked up the win in a very, very good match, I thought. I gave it 3 stars to open up the show. Not a bad match. And believe it or not, it's one of the better matches on this SummerSlam, as you will see as I keep reviewing it. Then we go backstage to Doc Hendricks, who is Michael Hayes, and he does an interview with King Mabel. King Mabel basically just tells Diesel, I'm coming to kick your ass, and I'm not Bob Backlund or Shawn Michaels or anybody like that, so you better be prepared. I'm King Mabel. Decent little interview. Then we go back to the ring. We have Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H. This is when he was doing like the snobby blue blood gimmick type deal, and he took on Bob Spark Plug Holly. Others know him as Hardcore Holly. This is when he was doing the race car gimmick back in the day. I like both of these guys. I like both of their work. I'm not a real big fan of Triple H right now. This match was not very good at all. I gave it 2.5 stars out of 5. Just not a very good match. I don't know what was going on. I watched the match, but it was just very, very hard to get interested in it. I never seen these guys work a whole lot, so maybe that was one of the problems. I don't know, but the match was just very dull to me, and it was two. I gave 2.5 stars. Next match, Jacob and Eli Blue with Zeb, Uncle Zeb Coulter, Dutch Mantel, whatever you know, versus the Smoking Guns. Smoking Guns will pick up the win, but this match was horrible. I gave it 1.5 stars, just absolutely horrible, boring. The Harris brothers were decent wrestlers in the Memphis territory, but once they got to the WWE, it was like nothing. But this match was pretty bad, guys. 1.5 stars. Then we go to another match. We have Skip of the Body Donnas versus Barry Horowitz If you remember this angle, this is where Barry Horowitz was always a jobber, but he was picking up wins over major stars, and he had a big feud with Skip. And I believe before this, he had beat Hakushi as well. I'm not real sure. Pretty sure, though. Skip and Barry Horowitz, not a very good match at all. I give it 2 stars also. Just nothing there. Barry Horowitz, of course, gets the win. Um, just didn't care for it. Not at all. Then we go to another Dean Douglas interview. He's just pretty much scratching a chalkboard and talking more nonsense. Nothing to really talk about. Um, then we go to Shawn Michaels interview. Uh, Shawn Michaels, he's pretty much talking about Razor Ramon, and Shawn Michaels is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Just the first ladder, it was another ladder match at SummerSlam, and Shawn Michaels pretty much predicted that he's the king of ladder matches, and he's the real Intercontinental Champion, something of that nature. I don't really remember because it really didn't matter. Then we go to the ring. We have a casket match. We have Undertaker versus Kama, um, or Papa Shango, or Godfather, whatever you know him as. Um, this was a pretty good damn match, I must say. A lot better than I thought. Undertaker always got thrown in the ring with a lot of big men that could not work and could not draw. But this match, up to this point, I give it 3.5 stars. Undertaker goes over. They go back and forth in and out of the casket. Very, very good match. I gave it, like I said, 3.5 stars. Pretty good match. One of the best matches on this event. Then Vincent McMahon and Lawler are talking about Bret Hart and Isaac Yankem. We go through the whole ordeal where Jerry Lawler had to kiss Bret Hart's foot, so then he had to go to the dentist, and then he found some mean dentist, and he was going to hire this dentist to destroy Bret Hart. This dentist being Isaac Yankem, Glenn Jacobs, who was actually Kane, the fake Diesel. So then we go to the ring. We have Bret Hart versus Isaac Yankem. This match, not bad either. Not as bad as I thought. I didn't think Isaac Yankem was that bad of a wrestler back then. His gimmick may have been goofy. But Bret Hart gets the win by disqualification. Pretty good match, I'd say. I gave it 3 stars. There were not very many good matches on this card, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, but this was another good one, along with Kama and Undertaker. Excuse me, guys. I'm losing it here. Alright. Then we go to a Michael Hayes interview. Doc Hendricks, whatever you want to call him. He interviews Razor Ramon. Razor Ramon talks about how he's coming back to win the Intercontinental title, the whole thing. And then we have the ladder match. Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels for the Intercontinental Championship. This match was just, oh man, it was awesome. Best match of the night, hands down. Give it 4.5 stars, back and forth, everywhere. I do believe Razor Ramon picked up the win. Yeah, pretty sure he did, but it doesn't matter. Who won that match doesn't even matter because it was 4.5 stars. It was a phenomenal match. Great chemistry between the two. Great chemistry. Now I think about it, I think Shawn Michaels got the win. Yeah. And then we go backstage. We have Dean Douglas doing another horrible promo. Um, then Razor Ramon walks in the room where he's at, and Dean Douglas is like, "I'm going to teach you a little something," and then Razor just dog walks Dean Douglas all over the classroom. Uh, Pretty funny shit. This actually led up to their feud, I believe. Uh, then we go to our WWF 1995 main event, the match that's just supposed to draw everybody to it. Once again, SummerSlam delivers us with a bullshit main event. They did it in '93 with Luger and Yokozuna. They did it in '94 with Undertaker versus Undertaker. And in 1995, they did it with Diesel versus King Mabel. This match was fucking boring as hell. I gave it 2.5 stars just to be nice. There's one spot in this match where like King Mabel sits on Diesel wrong and like cracks his something. I don't know. He only weighed 600 pounds, dude. But of course, Diesel picks up the win. It was a really just a another weak finish. Like Mabel missed like a big splash off like the second rope, and Diesel pinned him or some shit, and won the title. Those are your matches. Those are your little interviews for SummerSlam 1995. This SummerSlam sucked. It was by far the worst SummerSlam to that date of '95, maybe of all time. Who knows? Pretty fucking horrible. Out of my 10-star scale rating, I give it 5.5 stars out of 10. Just nothing. I sat back and watched this SummerSlam and thought to myself, who in the holy hell is booking this shit? Because that is what it was. Straight shit. Well, this has been your this has been your SummerSlam 1995 review. Next week we'll have SummerSlam 96. We only got 2 of these left to do, 96 and 97. I'm pretty sure 96 is going to be better than 95 and 94. But just check in next week and we'll let you know. Got more videos coming up this week, so look for them, folks. Like I always say, get your money and pay your bills. Peace. The SummerSlam sucked.